What's up, guys? So, I'm a security guard. I'm a waiter. I work fucking 75 hours a week or some shit like that. And I work next to a lot of minimum wage people, okay? And I'm one of them. I'm literally in a fucking Seattle office complex on an empty floor recording this. One of the unleased floors recording this shit. I know the Wagies. I know how they operate. I know how they talk. I know their fucking shtick. And we got problems with the Wagies, okay? One problem. I would say it's a problem in America, in the United States. It is instant enslavement, okay? You have people who will live their wagey lives, get their 40 hours a week paycheck, which don't get me into the utility of overtime. That's a thing I'll probably talk about in a different video. They work their 40 hours a week, and they spend almost all of it. And they primarily spend almost all of it because they've been enslaved into the car and apartment trap. Guys, I am telling you, cars and apartments, it's literally how the elites burden the lower classes into burdening the debt of America. They've burdened the average rents, and the average rents are representative of the real estate development of America. And they've burdened people with these debts. Cars are also one of the main personal debts that people burden themselves with. It's like 80% of the cars are fucking leased anyways. You are enslaving yourself by putting yourself into these systems. So many people think that, it's more slave-like to live in a room for rent because then you're enslaved to the landlord and you have no personal freedom and you have to deal with your roommates. So that's the idea of enslavement. Wrong. If you don't have a car, you're enslaved because you can't go anywhere. Wrong. It's the fucking car that makes you think you need to go somewhere in the first place because you're constantly being enslaved because the car takes away the one thing you need to succeed in America, which is fucking money, dinero, you weird fuckers, Bitcoin, Ethereum. It takes away your currency. And I wish someone else would fucking tell these Wagies that, especially these young people, because the S&P 500, an average index fund, especially with this inflation shit nowadays, it's given us 10% a year. COVID happened and shit went to complete shit. And they inflated and pumped the fuck out of the money. If anything, it's a historical example to show you that, guys, the Great Depression ain't happening. They're going to pump our way out of it. We are done with that depression shit. Fuck all this index funds returned 8% a year. They return 10% a year now. Probably 12% on average because of what they're doing with inflation. So if you're a fucking young guy, your money is doubling every 7 years if you put it in an index fund. So if you can do anything you can to escape the car and apartment trap and save, because if you have a car and apartment, collectively, $2,500 a month probably, after everything. Especially for young men, the insurance is shit. So fucking bad. $2,500. And if you have your own apartment, the apartment's probably $1,500. The car all in, fucking Wi-Fi, maybe say $2,300. Then you spend around $700 in the rest of your life, and you're a fucking wagey, so you only make like $3.2K a month after taxes. So you have like $1,000 to invest? Guys, when you're young, you need to understand that $1,000 you invest every single month is not $1,000. It's like $10,000 in like 40 years, whatever the fuck the math is. So if you can do fucking anything to increase that amount, to get it to 3,000, to get it to 4,000, the utility you get from that sacrifice is intense because the freedom you get from having a car and apartment is nothing compared to that utility. Nothing. And I guess I'm kind of like family oriented. I guess I'm kind of like the money will be worth something in the future. I kind of understand the argument of people being like, oh, what are you even talking about? You're over here saying the money's going to be worth something we're going into the dark ages. This shit's going to be a fucking complete collapse. And I'm like, I don't really agree with that. You know what I'm saying? I think that everything's going to kind of stay the same. I'm kind of in the nothing ever happens camp. I'm in the, who the fuck cares? And I think that if there is a possibility for a good future, I would like to be set up in a way where I benefit from that future the most. And I'm kind of just fucking saying random shit. I don't even know where this video is going to go. But people enslave themselves with these cars and these apartments. And guys, this is a different video. If you have a car, apartment, and a girlfriend, you could even say goodbye to even saving $1,000 per month as a fucking minimum wage person. Say goodbye to it. Kiss it goodbye. You're going to be one of these copers that's like, invest 20% of your income. This shit doesn't work to get you into a better spot anymore. That shit doesn't work. What is his name? Like Ramsey, whatever the fuck. This old, 30, 40, millennial finance. I'll label it that. If you want to get the significant amount of status required to succeed when you're 35, when you're 45, I'm a young dude, so I don't know. But it genuinely seems like you need to sacrifice fucking heavily. Like if you're in the sexual market, right? Your value is shit. Even me, I'm literally an incel virgin, although I think a lot of that was motivated by the fact that I took a heavy amount of risk and I was pretty socially isolated early on because I used to have a fucking YouTube channel. The shit was, the YouTube channel didn't make that much money. It was a shit ton of work. And it was in a niche that I wasn't even particularly passionate about. And I just felt like complete shit. That's what they didn't tell you about media businesses, is usually you have to pander to the fucking crowd, and it's complete shit. And after having failed so much in my early life, I've realized that, holy shit, making some investments when you're young is so important. Because it looks like you're saving $50K a year right now. You're not. That's the lie. You're saving $300,000, $400,000 a year when you're young because you're investing the money. I should make a different fucking video about this and be a little more focused. Investing your money completely changes the game theory of everything you know. If you're spending that, if you're working overtime and working your shit done when you're old and you're spending it all, or you're investing it all, it doesn't matter as much. It's that when we're young, that is the most important fucking time to invest. And if you can work minimum wage jobs, work 80 hours a week, and bank even $5,000 after tax per month, guys, I'm fucking telling you, it changes the game theory of careers. It changes the game theory of how you should set up your life. It changes the game theory of everything because you're going to get older and you might be in a more prominent career. But who cares? That $50,000 a year you invested. Let's say you get into real estate or something and you make $250K per year when you're 40. You still have taxes on the big top side of that, which are going to suck your balls off. You know what I'm saying? Wait, pause. Which is going to suck all your fucking money away. You know what I'm saying? So that $250K a year when you're older, really more like 160, 170, especially with this Seattle tax shit, all these metropolitan cities. So you're looking at 10 to 15 grand, and you're going to invest it, and it's just not going to be worth that much. Because you could have just made $50,000 when you're 25, and it will become $250,000 instantly after fucking tax when you're 45. That's my fucking point in this video. Shit's overpowered. And so if you can make the money and if you can invest it all, I think you honestly find yourself in a really narrow space in terms of game theory, where you have all this money and you invest it all, and you're going to get a super, super, super outsized return for it. And I think it's probably one of the better ways to live. And I used to be in computer science and have all these internships and all this shit. Now I just fucking work as a security guard and a waiter, and I make all this money, and I fucking shove it all into Fidelity. And it is the first time in my life where I actually kind of have hope for the future. Because I realized that when I would spend my money and when I would invest in status or a car or any of these things, I would get so fucked. Because your return is so shit. So shit. I think in the early 2000s, if you invested even in luxury or something, I think that there was an idea that it would actually, or like a cool Beamer or something. There was this idea that it would actually get you social status, or it would get you sexual market status, and it would give you something in return. Guys, this shit doesn't give you anything in return nowadays. I'm going to have a hot take here. Even this whole looks shit, compared to your genetic base, it doesn't fucking give you anything in return. You're a better looking, stronger slave. Drop the fucking mic. If you make $100K per year and you spend it all, you're a better looking, stronger slave. And you got sold a fucking lie. And the lie you got sold starts with the car, the apartment, and all the fucking other things you spend money on. Let me leave this video with one note. Go to your, try to stop your lease. Look up rooms for rent in your area. Get rent as low as fucking humanly possible. And only take the fucking public transit. Oh, but it takes my commute so long. And Do me a fucking favor and shut the fuck up. Get on the fucking public transit. Get a fucking room for rent. You should never be fucking home. All I see is fucking kids around me who make so many fucking excuses and are fucking broke. That's all I gotta say, man. I just gotta talk my shit. I just kind of wanted to start making videos about at least my current perception of life, because I don't know if I'm correct entirely, and I'm definitely sacrificing a lot, so maybe there's a discussion to be had there. But I think we need to look way, way deeper into how younger people, like I'm 25, for example, how younger people are investing their money, and how socially it really isn't worth it to spend it. And I see so many people making socially shit decisions. They buy a car to impress people. No, they lease a car to impress people. They get an apartment because they want to take some chick over, and it's like, oh, I'm in the apartment and I got the chick. It's like, what do? You're killing yourself. You're killing yourself. I'm sorry. This is kind of just a schizophrenic rampage. I honestly wish YouTube had more shit like this. So I'm just fucking talking my mind. And I'm going to upload this using some shitty ass like CapCut or something to turn this audio into a video. So yeah, guys, peace. See you later. Adios.